Healing Pieces here. We're going to do things just a little bit different with our podcast. We're just going to try to give you a little bit more behind the scenes so you can see my lovely face and get to know me a little bit better. And this week's topic, we're talking about being the best you. I don't know if you ever had an experience where you've been through life and at some particular point there was a hiccup, and after a while you start reevaluating who you are as a person, and the things that you thought you knew and understood is no longer the same. I remember recently watching a documentary about a lady who started a ballet theater for African American women who endured trauma. And as I was watching it, I was really blown away by her tenacity and her understanding of healing involves being able to self express. But in the midst of watching the documentary, I remember one of the ladies talking about her experiences and how, after her experiences, she felt so lost. She no longer understood or could identify who she was. She would look in the mirror and was like, who is that person? I don't know about you, but I know that there's been many moments in my life where I had to evaluate, and I've looked and I'm like, well, who am I? What am I doing? What is my purpose? Why am I here? And then, especially when life throws those curveballs, it's so easy to, look and think, man, what does this mean for me? And so, in this week's episode of Being the Best You, we look at, man, how can I be the best me when things around me are shifting and they're not always shifting in a good manner? And I know that one of the things that I talk about so much, especially in the podcast and even in my own journey, is that, man, God is here and He's willing to support and encourage us. But how do we get to a place where, in those moments where we don't feel supported and encouraged, or in those moments where we feel ashamed or guilty because of our experiences, how do we get to a place, well, not only are we being able to be our best selves, but that we feel comfortable with being with God in the process? And so, in this week's episode, we dig a little bit deeper in terms of, man, how to hear God's voice, how to know that He wants the best for us as we're trying to be the best for ourselves. And so, I really want you to come check us out, listen to the full episode. In the description, you'll have access to how you can get a hold of it. Of course, you can listen to us in your music device, whatever music channel that you have. Our podcast is there, or you can go to our website. Again, all those details will be in the description. But what I would love for you to walk away with is one of the things that really helped my spirit is in Isaiah 41:10, where it talks about fear not and how God is with us and how He holds our hands and we're able to be righteous with Him. Well, actually, He's righteous, but we're able to be with Him. And as I close out this segment, I want you to know that as you are going through your everyday life and learning how to be that best you and being comfortable being that best you and getting back to a place of peace at being that best you, is knowing that God is with you, even though you may not feel it, even though you may not understand it. So, again, listen to the full podcast episode that came out today, where we talk about how to get back to that place of knowing that despite our circumstances and feeling lost, that God is with us and He allows us to be embraced by Him and how He wants to comfort us. Of course, in the midst, we also are having in this August 24th, 7 p.m. CST time, our online workshop. The title is Believing in Yourself. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time just learning how to see the good within ourselves, how to tap into who we are, and be able to stay motivated to do bigger and better things and boost our confidence, boost our security, all in one fun night. Definitely come check us out. Click that link in the description. We'll be back with you next week as I have a great person on the podcast, and you'll have the opportunity to get to share. Well, not you share, but you'll get the opportunity to hear what she shares about being our best cheerleaders and how to do that. Because this is our segment where we want you guys to feel empowered. We want you to believe in yourself and be strengthened in who you were created to be by Him. All right, now, see you next week.